Today we're in the master bedroom space. We wanted to feature a couple of the items that are on view as part of our current exhibit, Style and Flair. In the master bedroom space, it's very much, it's more of an intimate space of the museum. As you come through the little library space into this whole back wing of the home, this was originally reserved as private space where Mrs. Sloan would have actually kept her own quarters even when she opened the home as a museum in 1937. And so with that in mind, I wanted to kind of keep this idea of the private, more personal pieces to her, especially in the master bedroom space. I also wanted to think a little bit about the space that I had to work with here. The master bedroom is a dark space. There's a lot of heavy wood detail throughout the room. And so to focus on what garments would make the most sense here, I wanted to be able to pull out some of the childhood clothing and the heirloom pieces that were passed down through generations. So we have two really wonderful examples here. It's remarkable to have items from the early 19th century that were actually part of Florence's childhood actually on view for this exhibit. And so for me, I felt like it was a really nice contrast to some of the more trendy of the time 1920s articles of clothing that we have on view upstairs, for instance. So this is a really nice juxtaposition to have back here. This first piece is actually from the late 19th century, right beside me. It's a beautiful girl's dress. It's a two-piece set. It does have its own little petticoat underneath, and then it is covered with this entire overlay of lace material. So overall, the appearance is of an off-white dress, but as you get very, very close to the piece, there are all these little lacy details, and it's a very delicate piece. So this is from the late 19th century. She probably would have worn this when she was about teetering into the teenage years and then just coming off of the young girl years. So when she was a younger girl, this would have actually been a coat that she would have worn probably when she was growing up in New York City. It is a beautiful little velvet coat. It's in a beautiful blue color, and the details don't just end with the front of this piece. You'll notice that there is silk taffeta at the cuffs here, and then if I turn this back around on the back side, you will see that there are even these little pleat details in the silk taffeta material as well, really making for a very sweet little piece from the early years of Florence's childhood in New York.